Only brought to you by the Ghana Insurance Association. Well, today we get to learn another very interesting part of insurance, and I'm a little even more curious than you about this because I've heard of it, but I don't know much about it. Today we get to learn about the ECOWAS Browncard insurance scheme. You probably have heard of it, but you don't know what goes into it, right? But they say it's an insurance tool designed to facilitate free movement of people, goods, and services within the ECOWAS sub-region. But what really goes into that? Well, this afternoon we're privileged to have in our midst Mr. Patrick Agyekum, who's CEO, General Secretary of the Ghana National Bureau of ECOWAS Browncard Insurance Scheme. And he's going to educate us on the ECOWAS Browncard Insurance Scheme here on Joy FM. Mr. Agyekum, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Really glad that you're here today because I personally want to know more about the ECOWAS Browncard. So thank you so much for coming by today.
I'm grateful.
Okay, so let's cut to the chase. The ECOWAS Browncard Insurance Scheme. What is it? What's it all about?
Okay, so in simple terms, it is a motor vehicle third-party liability insurance cover.
Okay.
For motorists who are traveling beyond their national boundaries to other ECOWAS countries.
Oh, okay. So those of us who go by road to Togo, to Nigeria and whatnot, that's what it covers.
Yeah. So it's a motor third-party liability cover.
Why did they decide to institute this? Is this put together by government? Is it a private company? Is it since it's across ECOWAS, is it a sub-regional arrangement? How does it work?
Okay. ECOWAS protocol, what we usually call number A/P1/5/82 was actually adopted so that it will create this scheme, to bring this scheme into being. First and foremost, there was an earlier protocol called the Protocol on Free Movement, Goods, People, and Services.
Okay.
In effect to that protocol, and we live in the same, if you like, area, jurisdiction. Mm-hmm. You have people in Ghana who have friends and neighbors in Togo, some in, say, Nigeria, and we trade among ourselves. Mm-hmm. There must be a way of actually ensuring that we facilitate the free movement across our borders, because our borders is just basically a creation, boundary.
Yeah.
And so we should be able to find a way of making sure that if I want to go to Togo, go to Togo. And so this protocol that I mentioned actually created the ECOWAS Browncard Insurance Scheme to ensure that when people want to move to other countries, they will meet the minimum requirement of the laws of that country with respect to the usage of vehicles on the roads.
Okay, it makes a lot of sense. And so I want to know who put this arrangement together. Is it a government arrangement? Is it an arrangement by the various governments in the ECOWAS sub-region, or it's a private arrangement?
No, the arrangement is actually by ECOWAS.
By ECOWAS.
As I mentioned earlier on. Because this protocol rides on the back of the Protocol on Free Movement of People, Goods, and Services. So after the Niger protocol, then this one came in. It is because, like I did mention earlier on, we need to ensure that we trade among ourselves. We need to encourage people to move and carry services across the boundaries.
Okay.
And if you're going to do that, especially with respect to the sub-region, we travel usually, and it's cheaper, economically, more convenient by road. And going by road require that you have a certain cover. So it was created by the countries, members of ECOWAS then, in 1982. They agreed to the protocol and they signed the protocol in 1982.
And now we have the Browncard Insurance Scheme.
Yes.
Okay.
So the protocol created the Browncard Insurance Scheme.
The Browncard Insurance Scheme. Yeah. So how do you access it? Is it assessed at the border points or what?
No. You previously, It is when one wants to travel beyond, say, Ghana, that he goes to his insurance company to buy the Browncard insurance cover. In other words, to acquire the Browncard insurance cover. But since 2016, we have made it automatic. So that when you buy a local insurance cover here in Ghana, you automatically has the ECOWAS Browncard insurance scheme. So whether you are traveling or not, you have the Browncard cover.
Okay.
So that in the event, say, through your fault, a local motorist, a Ghanaian motorist fault, he damages or she damages a visiting motorist vehicle and cause injury to the person driving.
Okay.
Then the Browncard can also kick in. And so the insurance company will compensate the visiting motorist. But it is also the other way. In fact, the real and important aspect of it is that when one travels outside, then become more, you see the real effects.
Okay.
Because before you travel beyond the national boundary, Ghana Revenue Authority, the Customs Division will even check your Browncard and check it alongside the documents covering the vehicle that you are traveling with.
Okay.
Say you're going to Togo, you enter into Togo, the officials there will also check your documents, including the Browncard, to make sure that your vehicle has the minimum insurance requirements for the use of the road in, say, Togo.
So as it is now, it is embedded in our motor insurance cover, the one that we buy from all the insurance companies in Ghana.
So let me advise that anybody who has bought a motor insurance cover and he doesn't have the Browncard must actually contact his insurers and get the Browncard, because the person has paid for the premium and has paid for all what it takes to have the Browncard. Of course, the premium is very small, so I'm not going to talk about that one. But you have paid for it.
Okay. So now, what then is the role of the Ghana National Bureau of ECOWAS Browncard Insurance Scheme? Share with us a bit of the role that you perform.
Okay. Whenever there is an accident, we are supposed to handle the accident if it occurs here in Ghana. But prior to that, we have member insurance companies who are the underwriting motor companies. These underwriting motor companies work with us. In fact, the protocol recognizes them as the subsidiary participants of the scheme. The states or member states or governments being the first participants. So these subsidiary participants are giving Browncard certificates from us. And so when we perform that role, we call it that we are an issuing agency or an issuing bureau.
Oh, right.
Because we are issuing Browncard to our member motor insurance companies. We are not a motor company, underwriting company.
Yeah.
We don't provide insurance cover. We facilitate the Browncard insurance scheme by giving the members the certificate. And then when one buys the insurance, then he buys the insurance and then the certificate is given to the person to confirm that the person has indeed a Browncard cover.
Okay. So I know the purpose of any insurance policy is to compensate in accordance with terms of the policy. Yeah. Now, tell us how cross-border accidents are handled and the claims, how you come about with the claims and whatnot.
Okay. When an accident occurs, the first thing to do, if it happens CSA in Ghana, is for the victim or the vehicle that had registered, the foreign vehicle, to contact the Ghana National Bureau. So you are involved in an accident, whether it's your fault or not, the visiting motorist is supposed to contact the Ghana National Bureau. After you have contacted us, we will take your particulars, including the Browncard, check which country it is coming from or the country that issued the Browncard, and then send a letter to the issuing National Bureau. In other words, our counterparts in the country where the Browncard was issued, asking them to confirm the Browncard authenticated.
Yeah.
Because you can't tell whether it's genuine or not. And so we want to be sure that the Browncard is genuine. And if the brown card is genuine, they will write back to us and say the brown card is genuine. And upon receipt of the confirmation of the brown card, we will write to the police, informing the Ghana Police Service, MTTD, that this vehicle that was involved in an accident at so and so place. And usually we write to the commander in charge of the division or district
where the accident
happened.
Okay.
Informing them that this brown card is genuine, there is a genuine insurance on the cover. If the vehicle is in good condition and can continue with its travel journey, they should release the vehicle.
Okay.
If necessary. Of course, if there are criminal charges, they will not allow the vehicle to travel.
Yeah.
But barring any criminal charges, and if it's carrying goods, they will allow the vehicle to go.
Okay.
And then when, assuming that people were injured through the accident, or a Ghanaian vehicle was damaged, or property was damaged, in the letter that we write to the police, we usually tell the police to inform the person to submit his claim to us here in Ghana. And so when we receive the claim, assuming it is a motor vehicle that was damaged, we will appoint a surveyor, an engineer. He goes to the site, check the vehicle, check what was damaged and all those things. And then they'll do other work and then send a report.
Yeah, that's how come you able to validate the claims.
Yeah, so when we are doing that work, we say that we are a handling bureau.
Okay.
You know, remember I said
yes,
an issuing bureau,
and
then a handling bureau.
Yeah.
Because we're handling the claim on behalf of the counterparts in the other country.
Okay.
And the victim here in Ghana.
Who are your major stakeholders here in Ghana?
Our major stakeholders, the first and foremost, is the Ghana Police Service, MTTD, because we work with them. They are on the road. They are checking to see whether vehicles that are using our rules are having the proper documents, including insurance.
Okay.
We have the GRA Customs Division. We have the Shippers Council. We have the Drivers Unions, Holy Truck Drivers Association and Unions. We work also with the Chamber of Commerce. And in fact, we are a member of a committee that meets regularly every quarter at the Ministry of Highways, Roads and Highways.
Okay, wow. Well, today we've gotten to know a little bit more about the ECOWAS Browncard insurance scheme. There were so many things I didn't know about it, and thank you so much, Mr. Agyekum. Mr. Patrick Agyekum is CEO and General Secretary of the Ghana National Bureau of ECOWAS Browncard Insurance Scheme. Any final words before we wrap up?
Yes. Anybody who wants to check on us can really visit our website. Just type Ghana National Bureau, and you'll be able to read more, because there are a lot over there, and it's self-explanatory and quite educative.
We'll find out more. Thank you so much, Mr. Agyekum.
It's my pleasure.
Great. So this is proudly brought to you by the Ghana Insurance Association. We've gotten to know about the ECOWAS Browncard insurance scheme. Very, very important. You want